Huge for
We do
me.
a sound test. I see you. Here, I'm gonna mute Discord for a second so I can tell you how the stream sounds.
Okay, tell me how it is. Excellent.
I forgot I can't say something while I'm deafened.
Yeah.
It seems maybe a little quiet. If you want to just increase the overall volume of everything, like your voice and the game.
Oh, like
Just a little bit.
literally everything is quiet?
Actually, your voice is good. Increase the game just a tiny bit, I think.
Okay. Let me see. How does that sound?
That's better. Is there
It's very
like
serene, very calming.
yes. Is there voice dialogue in this game?
I don't know. So
Okay.
we might have to adjust it in the middle.
Yeah, I'll unmute the stream later to see how it sounds on there, but I'm just using the Discord stream for audio, so
Okay. Perfect. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I heard this is gonna be really exciting.
I've been waiting for this game.
Oh, this is so cute. They learned of other excellent works, and the first thing is the Ace Attorney series. I
The
was
first thing I
wondering.
saw about this game is that it's very similar to Ace Attorney.
Yeah, well, a lot of people said that that was how I learned about it. It's like, if you really love Ace Attorney, all those people were like, play this.
Yeah.
And then he's put in Danganronpa, the novel, specifically.
Of course.
Well, I have to look at all these games later that I don't know. Alright, you ready?
Get some new recommendations that way.
We're on the boat.
I'm ready. Hooray.
Wow. It already feels like Danganronpa.
How many times have you returned to this point? I have not counted.
With the threads.
3 years. You're here almost every single night.
Gasp.
And as time goes by,
Yes.
your memory is beginning to fade.
Ah!
Don't stand in my way.
Is that me?
No matter how long I linger here, no matter how deep the truth is hidden in the shadows, I will find it.
Because I'm pretty hot. Pretty sick.
Then I guess you have no time to lose.
It is called Murders, I suppose.
The key to the case is that book.
Of course. It's always a book.
Dun dun dun. It's an Agatha Christie book.
我曾与死亡签契，静候他的到来。今夜
Oh,
one sec, I'll
that's
check
终
cute.
于
the
叩
stream
响
volume.
了门扉。
What? Oh, you're checking the volume? Dead. Not dead. Alive. Almost dead. He killed someone. Goosh. The mustache. Unexpected misfortune. Dun dun dun. Ooh.
I was
Gasp.
I was deafening to check the volume of the talking, and they didn't talk for like 30 seconds.
哎呀，这
How
这
was it?
这可如
It's
何
pretty
是
good.
好
You could
啊？
maybe go like a tiny tick louder on the game volume, but it sounds pretty good already, I think.
Oh.
罗翁，
No, Master Lo.
Not Master Low.
大人，这杀人犯竟然在现场睡着了。头
That sounds like a
Harvey.
good song lyric. He's sleeping like a
思绪一
baby
点
at
都
the
不
scene of
清
the
晰。
crime.
杀人犯
Definitely sounds like one of the songs you were listening to earlier while you're playing Dota.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tap left and right arrow keys to control movement. Oh, like we're actually moving.
给我老实点，别动！你这个杀人犯！
I thought they meant there was like the camera. Like I thought the camera was gonna
我是
pan.
一名侦探，到此。
Absolutely not.
狡辩！你竟敢杀了罗翁！ 麻布头勿要激动，让他把话说完吧。验明正身还是必要的。在下沈仲平，是一名旅行侦探。
Traveling detective.
That's so cool.
我和我的助手阿福
Heck yeah.
是昨天晚上才到这座小镇的，为取一份旧案的线索。我们乘的船中途出故障了，折腾到深夜才靠岸。
A steamship. That's pretty sick.
没想到咱们这么晚才到，
还不是因为我们的天才发明家烧了发电机。
这是船长的错。我很早就提醒过他换零件了。
船长最大的错误，就是让你碰发电机。
咦，好像有个姐姐在哭啊。
What is wrong, young lady?
Why are you
Cool.
crying?
Don't
你还好
cry.
吗？
Zoom.
诶，怎么跑了？
So fast.
或许有难言
That's what
之
Penny
隐。
does.
Yeah, for sure.
那我们继续赶路吧。话说回来，你要拜访的这位作家，真的跟那桩悬案有关？
我有预感，他会成为案子的突破口。往院子里走，就到目的地了。咱们一会儿见。
啊，我不一起吗？
你得找零件修船。
好吧，好吧，早点回来，我去找零件了。
Jeez, get to work so we can keep going on the boat. Shift to RP walk.
That's huge.
Hello.
谁呀？都这么晚了。
What do you think about the art style?
在下沈仲平，与
It's
罗贝先生
cute.
约好今日见面。
Yeah, it's definitely not what I expected from the cover art, but it is cute.
Yeah, I didn't expect it for sure. I'm processing that.
途中遭遇风暴，耽误了行程，不敢失了
The
先
art
生
made
的
it look like
约，
your boyfriend games.
才冒昧深夜前来。
You said it
Which
looks
is
like
kind of
them?
why I thought it'd be fun. I mean, the cover art did.
Oh. Yeah, that's why I was remarking on how hot I was at the start.
Exactly.
沈仲平，我们什么时候见过吗？
我们素未谋面，一直都是书信来往。
啊，想起来了，沈先生，请进。麻烦沈先生稍等一下，
Wow. He looks like a real detective.
我得把手头的故事写完，怕断了思路。
没关系，我在一旁静候便是。
晚上天凉，想麻烦先生帮我关门，挂上门栓。
Okay.
This is concerning for sure.
Trying to trap me. Western style mirror. It seems out of place compared with the other furniture in this room.
Very
I don't know.
suspicious mirror.
I think it kind of matches okay with the wood, you know? A wardrobe slightly taller than a person. A lock hangs from the handles. Well, unlock it. There are piles of old books underneath the novelist's bed. They are all covered in dust, which means that he has not read them in quite a while. So true. It'd be like that sometimes.
门已关上，先生可以放心。我这次前来，确实是有
Can you
要事。
talk to me now that the door is closed? Hello?
先生可能听说过，3年前发生在英国伦敦的那桩奇案。
In London.
What happened in London?
案子的事情我们慢慢聊。沈先生舟车劳顿，应该还没有吃东西吧？这里有些本地特色的潮糕，就在我旁边的箱子上，请先生务必尝一尝。
Well, if he insists.
那就恭敬不如从命了。盘子里摆着几块晶莹剔透的糕点，
Oh,
确实有些饿了，
so true.
我就吃一块吧。
I feel that too.
不对，这糕里
He messed with us. No. This is the most devious
I
thing
can't
you can
believe
do
this.
when it's the food.
事情就是这样。
That's
我
not
吃下
okay.
那块潮糕后就晕了过去，直到大人们出现。
And that guy looked like a detective.
你
I thought he would be
说
trustworthy.
你是被人下药了才晕倒在房间中的吗？
的确如此。狡辩！即便被人下药了，凶手也只可能是你。本府手握铁
Aggressive.
证，是绝技不可能弄错的。不知能否
Show
请马
your
捕头详细
proof.
说一说，你手中的铁证是什么？
What is this so-called evidence?
大胆，
huh?
竟敢挑衅本府！理越辩越明，知县大人也一定想听听你的分析，才能避免弄错。
罗佩是本地名人，本官必要给乡民一个交代。马捕
Gasp.
头就说说吧，人抓的我也安心点儿。
Did he finish the book?
好，让你清楚自己是如何被抓的。
Ooh. Reasons for
Deduction.
suspecting me.
原因很简单，直到我们发现尸体之前，这个房间都处于密闭的状态。密闭状态。屋内唯一的窗户装有木格，人是不可能进出的。
Does he have an accent? Entering or leaving?
It seems
屋
like
门
it.
又是从内
He's a
侧插
country
上了门
boy.
栓。若非本捕一脚踹断了门栓，我们都进不了屋。这意味着
Gasp. Locked room
凶手
mystery
只
is
可
the
能是案
first
发
one.
时
That's
还在屋
crazy.
内的人，
Huge. We love that.
也就是你。
Then where was the murder?
怎么会这样？
How could this
The
be?
这
closet.
是密闭的，还是我自己挂上的门栓？
It's always a closet.
理是不是越辩越明了？
Dun, 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 dun.
还不认罪？
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
马捕头刚刚的分析还是很清晰的，我想应该不会弄错了。沈先生，除非你能出示一份
This is very
能
Phoenix
证明
Wright-esque.
你自己无辜
So
的
true.
决定性证
Unless you have great evidence right now, you're going to jail.
Jail.
否则
Jail.
本官就要下令将你羁押了。
我的双手都被绑着，该如何在这么短的
Literally
时
and
间里
figuratively.
找到决定性的证据？沈仲平，你要冷静下来，通过观察和推理来解决问题。一切行为都会在现场留下痕迹。我很清楚被害人不是我杀的， 有人设了局来陷害我，因此，在现场
A contradiction.
一定能找到所谓的矛盾存在。在回答知县的问题前，我必须先仔细观察一下现场。
Okay. Observation. Important. Knife. A short blade stained with blood. This should be the murder weapon found within my grasp and now seen as evidence against me.
The secret is it's not the murder weapon.
The victim died facing upwards with multiple wounds on his chest, clothes stained with blood. My hands and feet are tied, so I can't get any closer to see any other details of the corpse. Sedge. The blood on my sleeve most probably belongs to the deceased. It seems like there's also blood on my back as well. Quit moving, ya punk. Oi! Oi! Oh, hey, Vesta! This is Murders on the Yangtze River. It's a pretty small game. It's from a small studio in China, but it's very popular. It got around in the, like, if you like playing Phoenix Wright games community. So we're giving it a try for Murder Mystery Memorial Day weekend. Blood on the back. It couldn't possibly have been me unless I can stab backwards. Let's see. What do you think is the last thing that's like a little suspicious? His mustache?
Yeah, his mustache.
I suppose this
What's
is
that
where I
thing
was
that's,
sitting.
Like, tying
Oh, this?
the blood splatters? That is what I was going to ask about, yeah.
Oh, this. Okay. Several long continuous blood splatters on the floor. There are cast-off patterned bloodstains. There's an evident gap within the 3 longest bloodstains. That fool. They left me on the floor. How many murder mysteries am I gonna solve this weekend? I hope a lot. At least 5. If we don't solve 5 murders this weekend, I can't call myself a detective. Something being removed, like me. Am I right?
It's definitely you.
Appearance of a gap shows that something that was once there has been moved.
See, the clue is not the blood, but the absence of blood.
找到能自证清白的证据了吗？
That's what's beautiful about this.
That's art.
这件证据就能证明我的清白。
Oh, present evidence. Coat. Ooh, he's pushing up his
请问马
glasses.
捕头，一个背对死者的人，能够用刀杀人吗？自然不能。那么，这件血衣便能证明我的清白。难道这血衣不是你的？
It ain't yours.
是我的，正穿在我身上。
Duh, he's so dumb.
真是胡闹！你手上持刀，沾
Witchcraft.
血，还敢说自己无罪？
沈先生，这件血衣如何能证明你是无辜的？
请看衣服上血渍的位置，出现
It's
在背后，
elementary.
而不是胸前。
这又能说明什么呢？
说明死者的血溅出时，我是背对着他的。我既然背对死者，自然无法举刀扎他的胸膛。
哼，你定是在杀人的时候把衣服反过来穿了。这种鬼把戏，本部见得多了。
Actually, that's not a bad idea. It's actually clever of him to think that.
马捕头，请看这里。
So true.
What if I simply turn my jacket around?
地上有2道总是连续的抛甩状血迹，
Everyone else is
它们的
creative
中
too,
间
not just you.
有一个明显的断层。断层的出现，说明在那里原本有一个遮挡物，后来移动了位置。
难道有人破坏了现场？
那个遮挡物，应该就是我自己。我没猜错的话，我背上的血渍，应该能与地上的血迹拼合起来。这便能证明，案发时我已经晕倒在地上。
This proves it.
Proof. Oh my god, he got shot.
而倒在地上的我，是没办法持刀捅人，并留下那样的血迹的。
有一定道理。
因此，事实的真相是，凶手杀死罗佩后，把刀柄塞到我手中，借机嫁祸给我。
即便全身被绑，也能冷静地分析、还原现场情况。沈先生令我刮目相看呐、看来你果然是
You're
个
actually
侦
kind
探。
of a genius.
Maybe you're actually not so bad.
大人过奖了，我的
Fact.
嫌疑终于洗清了吗？
Said an R. The Chinese word for detective appeared in the Song Dynasty 960 to 1279 at the latest. Originally used as a verb meaning to inspect and inquire, the word was later developed to also be used as a noun. For example, the arms mentioned in the memorandum for the reappraisal of matters in G-Town, written during the Ming Dynasty, included detective, which is equivalent to
Read some real history.
scouts in modern times. I can't believe we're learning history right now. By the end of the... I don't remember how to pronounce the king... It's like...
I think it's the Qing dynasty.
Right? Yeah, Qing Dynasty and the beginning of the Republic of China, with the emergence of large quantities of detective fiction, such as Detective World and the stories of Sherlock Holmes, the term detective had evolved to refer specifically to investigators working on a case. Sick. Love it. Wow, is this explaining how bloodstains happen like that? Science also. Facts, knowledge. Oh my god. Look at, we have different outfits.
That's huge.
I don't want to look weird. I want to keep it chill. You know? We're gonna keep it in canon.
屋内就你和罗翁，你不是凶手，难道罗翁是自杀不成？
Did he?
若想知道真相，我需要全面的调查一下现场。
Doubt raised.
但我手脚被绑，
I
调
think
查
we
不
need to
便，
look in the closet.
不知张大人是否可以？
马捕头，要不
Whenever I see a
我
lock,
们给他松绑
it needs to be unlocked.
大人，
It's just the rule.
关依他。
大人放心，在查
Nancy
清
Drew
案子
taught
之
me
前，
that.
我绝不离开这里。
你要是敢在我眼皮子底下耍花招，本部绝不轻饶。
No funny business. I need to investigate the crime scene as quick as possible. I can't miss a single detail. Never. I never would. Throughout investigations, I will surely encounter many doubts. I should think carefully. There's a lot to look at. The wooden box is filled with books that Lope has published. Ghost in the Well, Bells and Bones, Mysterious Echo, The Confined Room Mystery. Unfortunately, this copy of The Confined Room Mystery is not the original manuscript. You like The Confined Room Mystery too? That's cute. The reason why I came to visit Lope was to speak with him about this book. You got good taste. The death scenes in The Confined Room Mystery were absolutely stunning. Officer Maud, do you know where the inspiration of this book comes from? Ain't got a clue, but Master Lo was an extraordinary fella. Anything could have inspired him. But if we're talking about good storytelling, it's gotta be Swordsman Case. I wonder why he likes that. It's a real
Everyone loves
dang
Swordsman
shame. We'll never get to read the next volume. That was a big sigh. Examine the front door. A simple and modest front door made of pine wood. The broken latch still hangs on the door, exposing the brown lines within. Officer Maud, did you say that you broke this door latch with your kick? When I got here, that Lo Shuan was shaking the door with all his might. What good would that do when the door is locked from the inside? I got anxious, so I went up and BAM! Kicked the door right open. That's our clue. We got a clue. Will I be able to clear my name? Sag. Late. Someone else ate the rice cake? There were several pieces of rice cakes on the plate, but now they are all gone. Interesting. This is Lope's corpse. Should I commence an autopsy? Like for real? Okay, it said external autopsy. No need to fear. Does it want me to... Oh. Release to view details. His mustache is crooked. Upon further inspection, there's glue on the underside. He faked his mustache? The mustache shape looks Western, not Han Chinese. Apparently, the deceased is wearing a fake mustache. Interesting. How could he do this? Fake mustache. A faint fragrance can be smelled from the hair of the deceased. The scent isn't from flowers, incense, or cologne. It seems to resemble a scent similar to camphor wood. Not sure what that is.
Unfortunately, it's a key clue. We'll have
Dang
to
it.
figure it out.
We need knowledge. That's quite the zoom in. The deceased is in his undergarments and his coat is gone. I have searched the entire room for it, but it is nowhere to be found. Suspicious. If this room is a locked room, how could the coat disappear into thin air? Doubt. Press X. Limbs. There were no abnormalities found on the limbs of the deceased. No hesitation wounds or defense wounds are present on any part of his body. That is quite peculiar. Do you think he saw us pass out after eating a rice cake and weirdly ate? Not a rice cake.
Or do
And then
you
he
think
was asleep
this
too?
Or is it someone dressed up to look like him and it's not even him?
Ooh, that'd be crazy. So you think the detective murdered someone?
Yeah, he's an evil detective.
Dun dun dun. His
Why else would he have a
chest.
fake mustache?
Yeah, I mean only evil people would do that.
Mhm.
His chest is stained with blood. Among the 3 evident stab wounds, 2 were fatal. The wound is small and deep. The shape of the wound is consistent with a blood-stained dagger. The locations of the 3 stab wounds are irregular and in different directions as well. Weird. 3. Rim. Oh, collar. I almost missed that. There's white
There's white
powder on the collar of the deceased. He was doing
Those good
cocaine.
lines. Of course, the final clue we needed.
Feels like something made from glutinous rice. These are crumbs from the rice cake. My god, he actually did eat the rice cake. It seems that Lope had eaten a rice cake before he died. This crazy man. We were sleeping on the floor. Both of us.
Insane.
I like the idea that it's not him.
Do you think there would be a rice cake so delicious that you would eat it despite knowing that it would knock you out?
No. I think
Okay.
not.
Good to know.
A walnut bedside table. There are books and several old newspapers on top. Within the bedside table are undergarments and such. One of these newspapers carried the news of Lope publishing his novel. The photo on this newspaper, the one on the left is Lope. Hey, we saw that lady! According to this, the young lady is Lu Pishang. Pishang. An editor who helps Lope publish his books. She was crying already.
Because his book was terrible.
It was bad. There are
maybe
piles of old books
fired her?
underneath the novelist's bed. They're all covered in dust. We already saw that. Yeah, someone's in here. Guarantee it. I have to. We have to look. We're slightly taller
Very
than a
suspicious
person.
that it's taller than a person.
See? Exact. If anything is
Why would you?
slightly taller than a person, then I mean, come on.
I mean, why would you measure it in a person length if you weren't going to store a person in it?
I don't know. Sometimes, you know how we like say like it's about a like arm's length. Oh, we're gonna try
I guess
and
it could be a
lockpick.
metric, but I don't believe it.
Dot 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 dot. Yeah, I give up. If only Avu was here. He's very skilled in things like this. Where is he?
Yeah, why?
Our
Are they supposed
assistant.
to be your assistant?
Lope's desk is placed in front of the window. When I met him last night, he was bent over his desk writing the entire time. Except at some point he ate a rice cake. Let me take a look at what he has on his desk. Ah! What you think you're doing? Quit moving around! I need to examine the desk and see if there are any clues. Who knows if there are any unpublished manuscripts sitting on the desk? You can't just go snooping around and touching stuff?
Snooping?
Snooping? I understand your concerns, but I merely wish to investigate. I'll be careful. You better be, Abby. Keep it a close eye. Are you right here? Alright. Soft hands, gentle hands. What's going on here? What's this? There's a pile of blank rice papers in the drawer with a paperweight placed on top. Next to the papers are 2 new pens, 3 candles, and a box of matches. There's also a small box. It is an ink cartridge made of tin holding a half-used ink blot. Well, let me change something real quick. Alright. We got manuscripts, I assume. Here is a book titled Tales of the Moon Colony. There are several magazines underneath it, all of which are illustrated fiction. A stack of newspapers, various issues of the Shanghai News have all published Lopez's works. Sick. What's this? There's more history. Tales of the Moon Colony can be rated as the ancestor of Chinese science fiction. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Written by Huang Jing Jiaso. I feel like I was maybe 70% close on that. It was serialized in illustrated fiction between 1904 to 1905 with a total of 35 chapters and no ending. Hello? The subject of the novel is a peculiar balloon in which the main character travels across the sea in search of his wife and children whilst encountering aliens from the moon. This novel combines the vernacular style of traditional novels with the essence of science fiction, creating a work of high artistic value in the late Qing dynasty. Wow,
Very cool.
that's sick. Candle? We love candles. A common white glazed candlestick. There's still half a stick of unburned candle on top. Shabam!
What do you think it smells like?
I hope it smells like lipstick. A rack with 4 calligraphy brushes hanging on it. A piece of oil paper underneath the rack. The ink on one of the calligraphy brushes has not dried out yet. It hasn't dried. What does it mean? A simple square-shaped inkstone. There are several plum blossoms engraved on one side. There's a layer of residual ink on the inkstone that is starting to harden into a gelled state. Okay. What about this? A stack of books on the table, including The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. A new fact! By the end of the Qing dynasty, under the influence and intervention of new ideas, Chinese people were increasingly eager to explore Western culture. During this time, novels easily became new favorites due to their accessibility and widespread publication, amongst which Western detective fiction, with its intricate plots and ingenious case designs, became the top choice for the majority of people. The Stories of Sherlock Holmes was a big hit ever since it was first translated into Chinese and published in the Current Affairs newspaper in 1896.
Wow.
When did Sherlock Holmes come out?
I think the late 1800s, so it didn't take a while. Or it
Wow.
didn't take a long time, I mean.
That's pretty sick. I was wondering about that as soon as they were talking about it. There's a book titled... Okay, so I just clicked on the same thing by accident.
1887 is the first one, apparently.
That's not that long, yeah. Wow. I didn't realize like they had like an easy-ish time translating.
Yeah, that's really cool.
A frame on the window that would stop a person from climbing in or out. No traces of scaling. I have no idea what we learned from the desk.
Yeah. He doesn't either.
Doubt. Oh, interesting. This is like a... I felt something unusual about it. It seems like something is missing. What could it be? That's kind of just what he was saying earlier. Sure, the coats could still be somewhere. Like the closet. The human-sized closet.
Of course, of course.
I should talk with Lope's relative. Okay. Oh, I see. We're getting more information from looking at these. No hesitation wounds. Well, that would be because he insanely ate a rice cake after we did. The rice cake crumbs. Knockout drugs, the same ones I ate.
For
Smack.
some unknown reason.
Who knows? How could this have happened? There must have been another person. At least that proves that there must have been a third person.
And they're in the closet.
There definitely, it had to be in the closet. There's no other explanation, and I won't allow another explanation.
If there is another explanation, I'm out of here.
I'm personally gonna see myself out of this room. I hung the door latch, that is true. We were the only ones inside until the officer broke in. The only way to enter or exit is by going through the wooden front door. How did they leave? How did they leave? How did the murderer latch the door from the outside? Gasp. Did they?
Well, that's, I suppose, the only other way that someone could have that someone could have killed him, and then the door is also locked.
True. That is historically, so like when Agatha Christie did her long room murders, I think that was what it was like. They had some way of like locking from the outside.
Right.
Uncle, now that you're gone, I am truly alone. Did you guys swap bodies? Tell me the truth. My crocodile tears, I'm not even crying.
Not even a crocodile.
I'm not even a crocodile, I'm an alligator.
You
Jeez.
should know the difference.
Can you believe people don't know the difference?
Absurd.
Events of this morning. Please tell me about the events you encountered this morning. Every morning I come by Uncle's place to help him with jobs that he's too busy to deal with. There has to be someone to take care of mundane tasks like cleaning up and feeding the chickens. What do you do for a living? My uncle pays me. I also help him organize his manuscripts sometimes.
In red. This is important.
Important. I understand. Please continue. I came to visit Uncle like usual, but I couldn't hear a sound from the room, which was strange. We're getting a flashbang with chickens. Look at those beautiful little chickens.
Go.
When I arrived, I saw Yangtze was already here. He said that he didn't see my uncle either. I knocked on the door for quite a while, but no one answered. I have a sensitive nose, so I kept sensing the smell of blood coming from inside the room. I felt like something was terribly wrong, so I told Yangtze to hurry and get someone. When we finally entered the room, I found that my uncle, Saul, had been murdered. Sniffle, sniffle.
My uncle cry.
Cry, cry. Suspicious. Within your uncle's interpersonal relationships, have you ever noticed someone suspicious? Everyone. Aren't you the most suspicious person? Me?
Well,
What's suspicious about having this cool hat?
exactly.
Then let me pose this question differently. Did your uncle hold any grudges against anyone? My uncle was very friendly, but he held some kind of grudge against Yangtze, the errand runner. Ooh, we're getting some more information. Do you think what he's holding is what was taken from the desk?
Yes, I do.
Guaranteed. Yang attempted to steal coins from the table during a delivery, but my uncle caught him. Yang was seized by the government and got beaten for it too.
Oh my god.
Jeez. By the government. When did this occur? It was about half a month ago, so I'm sure he's still bitter about it. Wow, that was recent. It just doesn't sound like he was detained for very long.
Nah.
Do you suspect that Yang murdered him out of vengeance? After all, he's the one who delivers rice cakes. We know who delivers the rice cakes? And we're not arresting that guy?
Hello?
Also, when I arrived here this morning, he was already here. I don't know how long he'd been.
Case closed, easy.
Case closed.
Where's the rice cake guy?
It's always the rice cake guy.
That's what
Now
they
that
say.
I recall, he did have a sort of sneaky look on his face. I mean, he is someone that is stealing coins, so
Right.
he might just look like that. Lopez apparel. Your uncle's attire coat, deerstalker, and false mustache was quite unusual. The hat and the mustache were all characteristics of his novelist identity. He purposely dressed himself up this way to become famous. I
That's
like
incredible.
that. So that ill-fitting strange coat was also one of his characteristics. Strange coat? You mean that western wind coat he wore all the time? Precisely. The wind coat made of silk. The tailor-made coat was one of my uncle's characteristics. He spent a lot to hire the best tailor and use the best fabric for the coat, but it turned out the fact that this wind coat is not present at the crime scene is what caught my attention. Ooh, why is he sweating? So you're saying that my uncle's coat disappeared into thin air?
You revealed something impossible.
Impossible! Improbable!
Panicking.
Panic!
Panic.
Perhaps the murderer took it. The way you said it, Mr. Chen, sounds as if it were a plot from a novel. No more questions. No
further
more
questions, Your
questions. Need to talk to you both. Can someone open the lock? I can't believe Lord would allow you to join in on investigations. Someone needs to take away his sword. No more.
I'm saying. You can't be trusted with that thing anymore.
Rest assured, officer, I will uncover the actual murder. You better. Keep in mind, don't mess up the crime scene with your incompetence. Alright.
Okay.
I would like you to answer a few questions. Okay. Events before I awoke. Officer, were there any other people present when you arrived on the scene? What happened? Why are you asking so much? Are you trying to say that I didn't protect the crime scene? Let me give you the facts. Everything is exactly the way it was when we arrived. No
Check
one's
it like
allowed to
this.
mess with the crime scene under my watch. You misunderstand me, officer. I just want to know what happenings occurred before I awoke. Yeah, another flashback, woohoo! It was probably a chicken. I mean, the chickens
Yeah,
could be
I mean-
involved.
Had to be. No chance it's not a.
Have you ever met a nice chicken?
Have you ever met a chicken?
Have you ever met a chicken? When we got here, Lo Xuan was shaking the door, saying he smelled blood coming from inside. I was worried about Master Lo, so I went up to the door and kicked it right open. After that, well, you know what happened after. I suppose no one could have come in or gone out during that period. Obviously, I've got a soldier standing guard outside the courtyard. Oh ho! We searched the entire premises, but we didn't find others, during which no one left either. Shing! That's why the murderer is definitely you. Who else could it be?
Huh?
His face. Looks like he's about to puke. I understand. Once I complete my investigations, I will explain everything. Alright. Let's hear about Lopez's relationships.
What's the hot goss?
It seems you admired the victim. Well, of course. Master Lo was a great novelist. Everybody respects him. Does Lope have any relatives? His wife died young and they had no children. He's got a good-for-nothing nephew, though. He's right there.
I know. Oh, yeah, over there. That loser.
Yeah, over there, that loser. That cried baby, snot-tubing loser. Stop crying.
He pulls out the sword. That's insane.
I'm sick of that awful noise. Snivel, snivel. Alright, alright. No more. Oh, I have another thought. I have two more thoughts. According to Lo Xuan, this coat was tailor-made for Lope. Coat was one of the characteristics of Lope's novelist identity. He always wore it. Something of such importance ought to be left at the scene. However, it is no longer in this room. Schmack. I require a fan so that I can imitate his motions.
I require.
The murderer is the only person who's left this room. He must have taken the coat with him. The murderer must have had a reason to do so. There are a bunch of, like, every time I look to the window, there's, like, bunnies hopping and squirrels bouncing. They're having a great time.
Day.
Lo Xuan stated that Yangtze was responsible for delivering rice cakes to Lope. Theoretically, Yangtze had the chance to tamper with the rice cakes. He also had the motive. Could it be that Yang killed him out of revenge? Or is he another scapegoat?
Gasp.
Oh, can we go talk to him? That'd be kind of huge.
That would be awesome.
It doesn't
Are
look
you
like
allowed
we
to
can
leave?
exit.
They're just gonna let you walk out?
Let's talk to the judge first and see if it's chill. Did you
The
notice
court ordered
anything
you to
out of the ordinary when you arrived? I was not aware of anything unusual. Lo Xuan shook the door, Officer Ma kicked it open, and we found you and Lope covered in blood. I suppose no one suspicious was discovered during that process. Well, none at all. What kind of person was Lope? Lope gained great fame when his book Chamber of Doubts suspiciously sounds like Chamber of Secrets, doesn't it?
Chamber of Doubts is a banger. Probably my favorite book of last year.
Serialized in the Shanghai News. As the first celebrity to come from this town in decades, naturally he was loved by all. This town was originally named I think it's Xingxi Town.
Yeah.
To comply with popular will, we renamed it to Paratown. That is quite the change.
Yeah, that's wild.
I understand now. Well, I think it's kind of chill that we just leave.
Yeah, they actually just let you go.
先生
No
可
questions.
算等到你了。
Aww, our adorable assistant is here.
我
Hooray!
听说屋里发生了命案，
I love his voice.
Yeah, that's wild.
大人有令，凶案现场不许喧哗。
Shouting is banned.
Banned.
先生，你看起来脸色很差，不要紧吧？
我没事，不过在查明真相之前，怕是得滞留在这里了。
找到凶手了吗？最大嫌疑人是谁？
目前嫌疑最大的人是我。
Is me. Oh, look at the little birds in the background.
原来凶手就是先生自己。我来帮
Why
忙
did he。say that?
哎，大人有令，闲杂人等不得入内。
No,
His
he's
honor has a
not
lot of words, I
random.
notice.
我可不是什么闲杂人等。
大
I
人
know
有
some
令，
Laurel will be right back.
要俺守住此门，反正你不得入内。
军爷，张大人让你守住院门，是为了拦住那些与查案无关的人，对吧？
这是不假。
若是与案子有关的人，理应让他进来，这样才不会耽误了查案。
倒也
Got him. That's some 4D chess.
兵老爷，沈先生不幸成为此案的嫌疑人，正殚精竭虑地调查真相，给自己洗清冤屈。而我是他的助手，那你说，我
Yeah,
是不
my
是与查案有
trustworthy
关？
assistant. My Watson.
俺明白了。
兵老爷
Shing.
果然是明白人
He。dazzles in clothes.
你是帮凶，
Oh,
帮凶
the
与查案
accomplice.
也有关。你进来吧，接受调查。
Oh my god. This guy's brain cells are processing, they're chugging.
不能耽误了查案。
Yes, very true. We cannot delay the investigation.
大致情况就是这样。
He's like, this is way too much work.
这就是你对案子的评价？
First of all, I think everything will be solved if we get into this closet that I'm obsessed with.
哪里？我只是在感慨自己成为帮凶这件事。
Aside for becoming an accomplice.
能让你进来就不错了，赶紧帮我查现场。
Yeah.
好嘞，
You can. Oh, that's cute. Okie dokie. I know that you can unlock this closet for me. Come on. We're going inside.
竟敢擅自闯进来！
Who gave you
当时
nerve?
这位是阿福，是我的助手。
能让你
He's
查
my
案已经是
assistant
破例了，
and
就弄
accomplice.
来个什么助手，简直是得寸进尺。
Yes, please.
阿福擅长痕迹比对和一些机关技巧，一定会对查案有帮助。
He's very knowledgeable. Just look at his goggles.
那叫格致学。
It's called science.
马捕头，用人不疑嘛。既然已经让沈先生查案了，就按他的习惯
Since
来
we've
吧。
already allowed, yeah, you might as well just keep letting other people in.
多谢知县大人。
要是查不出真相，再
It's
加
gonna
一条
add
妨害公务之罪，治你二人。
more.
You're going
Does
to
it really
double
make it
jail.
worse? Oh, they have historical facts about the criminal code. That's exciting.
You're gonna go to detention.
Detention. According to the new criminal code of the Qing dynasty, the specific stipulations on the obstruction of official duties are Any person who commits atrocities or coercion when an official is performing their duties shall be sentenced to a set term of imprisonment within the 4th degree, serve detention or pay a fine of 300 yuan or less. The same applies to those who commit atrocities or coercion or use deception to influence officials to impose or remove certain sanctions or resign. Good to know. Quick, look, I found someone to unlock this wardrobe.
Get us in there right now.
Immediately. Shing! Piece of cake. I want a piece of cake.
Ah,
That made me hungry. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat after this case.
okay. Sounds good.
This wardrobe is one of the few remaining blind spots. If this leads to an error in the investigation, surely no one would want to see that outcome. Due diligence is crucial to this case. Be careful. He's a log expert. Watch this. Oh, I thought he would do it for me. What did that say? Did you see what that said?
It said click on the cylinder lock to unlock it.
Oh. It's one of those. Shing!
Very Nancy Drew-esque.
It's unlocked. Someone was hiding in here. Partition board removed, clothes piled, enough space for one to hide. So someone both hid in the wardrobe and locked the door from the outside. Could it be that the murderer once hid inside this wardrobe? There's no rush to jump to conclusions. Let us first examine the scene. Yes, yes. Look closely at the bottom of the wardrobe. The left side with clothes has collected dust. Yet the empty space to the right is unusually clean, as if it had just been wiped. Then it seems like someone cleaned this place.
Alright, be honest. Did you see the dust?
Nope.
Disaster. We're not real detectives after all.
Honestly, even if I like clicked on it even though I didn't see it, I'm kind of like a genius detective. Right?
That's so true. You just have the instincts.
Yeah. I got that pure instincts. These are all clean
You have
clothes.
the detective's eye.
That's what my blues eyes are for. They're now piled up on the one side. These clothes are compressed. The board couldn't compress clothes alone. What else should I be looking at? The door? The board?
Is the board itself not a clue?
That's what I was wondering. Okay. The partition board should have been laid horizontally on the wood frames. True, the color on the sides of the wooden frame are old, yet the color on top seems new. It is very likely that this partition board was removed recently. Investigate. Well, the bar is not going higher though. Door? We already did that.
Yeah. What about the part in the middle where the board would have sat?
This.
Yeah.
Shum. Okay. Maybe the top? Oh lord. We're We're hitting our first difficult moment. There's a strip of cloth
Strip
over
of
here.
cloth.
It's a clue, it's a clue. Take it out for further examination. Gasp. It's a bunched up strip of cloth. It was probably used as a ribbon to tie up quilts. This ribbon is dirty in the middle. It seems to be smudged with dust. This quilt has traces of binding, so the ribbon most likely was removed from here. Why would someone remove the ribbon from a bundled quilt and stuff it inside the clothes?
Interesting.
It is quite peculiar. We need to record the situation.
Put it in the book.
Or the paper or whatever.
Yeah.
What is that black spot? What is that? A wood chip. All the clothes are clean. I guess a piece broke off from the partition board and landed there. No, the color and texture of this wood chip differs from that of the partition board.
Is that the first time he's yelled?
No! I'm knowledgeable in wood. Let me take a look.
I'm actually also a wood expert.
It really is different. Let me smell it as well. Sheaf, sheaf, sheaf. Sheaf, sheaf, sheaf. Without a doubt, it's not the same material as the partition board. Our evidence is because he sniffed the wood.
Well, to be fair, that is a tried and true method.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
That happened in an episode of Poker Face. Remember that one?
That she sniffed it?
Yeah. It's the barbecue one where he tells her about like how all the wood affects the taste of the barbecue.
Oh, I see. Interesting. We have to watch that episode again.
Of course.
Camphor wood wardrobes can repel insects and leave a lasting fragrance on clothes stored within. That guy's hair smelled like wood.
Mhm.
Interesting. It's all coming together.
Curious.
This chip has no fragrance. It's brownish and hard. It seems more like pine wood. Why would a pine wood chip appear in a wardrobe made of camphor wood? Worth noting. Write that down.
That in the book.
In the book. We need to keep an eye out for objects made from pine wood in this house. Roger that. What is made of this wood? The mirror.
Oh, good call. It is a strange Western mirror that we still don't know why.
Yeah, exactly. It must have been used in some way to leave such a smudge. Shen, do you think the murderer took the ribbon to bind you or Lope? That's a reasonable guess. However, there are no rope marks present on both Lope and me. Sigh. Then again, this ribbon, I can't help but feel like I have seen it before.
Strange.
I don't have any memory of this. I remember now. Oh, from the ceiling. Wow. I guess I could have noticed that. Dun, dun, dun. Then there would be strangulation marks around the corpse's neck. What can it mean? Shen, why is this wood chip worth investigating? Isn't it common for something dirty to stick onto clothes? The wood chip appears between two piles of clean clothes, also it is made of a different wood. That's the reason why I'm so interested. Its relevance to the case depends on where it came from.
Listen, Afu, we like you, but if you keep asking these dumb questions, we're gonna have a talk.
Oh, you're going to detention. Interesting. It looks like I can guess, but maybe I should look around first. I'm not sure.
I think so.
I feel like it must be the mirror. Since it's so out of place. Also, I want to talk to that guy.
Have you already examined the front door?
This?
I mean, you can do it after. I'm just curious. On the inside, there was an option to examine the front door.
Yeah, I
It's made
did.
out of pine wood. Oh,
Oh, that's true. We can do it again and see if anything's different.
right.
These rice cakes are a local delicacy. I ate a piece last night. He just munches instantly. Why did you pause, Shen? How did you feel after you ate a piece last night? I did not feel much. I ate a piece last night and lost consciousness right after. Oh. Oh my god. Where did he spit that? Seeing your reaction, this bundle of rice cakes probably is not laced with knockout drugs. Mr. Official, when can I go? I still have some steamed buns to deliver this morning.
When you tell us why you killed that man,
Why did you do it?
we know it was you.
He runs errands on the daily. I don't know. If he did it, wouldn't he have ran from the scene? Everyone around knows that I'm warm-hearted, considerate, helpful, friendly.
Everyone actually thinks that I'm the coolest and the best.
I'm just actually the coolest and the bestest. Master Lo loves rice cakes. Every morning, Master Lo will ask me to deliver a bundle. I specialize in errand running. My service is 100% impeccable. Everyone around knows.
Everyone knows that.
The whole town.
I'm actually kind of just the best.
Kind of actually the best. This morning when I came to deliver the rice cakes as usual, I didn't see Lope anywhere. I thought he probably overslept, so I hollered for him, but there was no response. I saw the gates were open, so I went inside the courtyard and put the rice cakes on the table. Then somebody called out to me. It was Master Lo's nephew, Lo Shuin. So he went over to knock on the door, but there was still no response at all.
Oh my god.
Lo Shuin smelled blood and asked me to call officials. I was so scared I ran all the way to the government office and got Officer Ma. Officer Ma and Lo Shuin kicked open the door together while I waited outside. You mean to say that you never entered Lope's house? After hearing someone died in there, my legs were scared stiff. How could I dare to go in? I was planning to leave, but a soldier came and blocked the gate, so I stranded there. Stand there? I understand
stranded
now.
here.
Stranded here.
Yes.
Alright. Tell me about Lope. A celebrity? Yes. He's just an errand runner. Since Officer Ma is
That's
familiar
why
with
he-
Master
That's why
Lo.
he's still here, because he got stuck here when the officials showed up.
Right, right. Why don't you go and ask Officer Ma
course.
about this? What do you mean by that? I caught sight of Master Lo and Officer Ma meeting in private several times, though. Ooh. Are they close with each other? There was one time when they got into a fight and Officer Ma even unsheathed his blade. Well,
You
he
don't-
does that a lot, so I'm not sure that means
It
much.
doesn't take much.
Yeah. What were they arguing about? I didn't have the guts to eavesdrop. Officer Ma was already fuming. We better confirm. Talk to me about these rice cakes. I deliver them every day. I passed out after eating a rice cake last night, so that's pretty suspicious.
Don't like that at all.
It wasn't me. I didn't do that. Don't be ridiculous. I have nothing against low pay and never even met you before. Why would I do that? Bullshit.
Can you say that in the game?
Yes. Did the rice cakes you delivered to Lope ever pass through the hands of someone else? Ooh. Impossible. If something is handed to me, there's no way I'd give it to someone else. But I heard he loves rice cakes. He'd never turn them down. Maybe it was a gift from a reader. Ooh, dun dun dun. Do you know of anyone who gifted rice cakes? How about you let me go and ask Mr. Cow if everyone... no thank you.
Absolutely not.
Nope, nope, nope. Let's hear about this grudge. Lope noticed you stealing his money and you're beaten at the court for it. Am I wrong? That was a misunderstanding. How could that even count as a grudge? You, sir. You're very suspicious. I saw silver coins on the floor, so I wanted to pick them up and return them to him. It's all in the past. If Mr. Shen hadn't reminded me, I would have forgotten about it already. That was only half a month ago. You're forgetting so soon. Was it out of vengeance? Ooh, that's a wrongful accusation. I don't even have the guts to kill a chicken. Let's keep count of the chickens.
Has he killed the chicken? Yeah. I don't know if I believe you, sir.
I don't believe
How many
you.
chickens were there this morning?
I counted 3 chickens.
I counted my chickens and they hadn't hatched yet.
No one but Lo Xuan arrived pretty much right after. I've already told you everything about my morning in detail. Do you need me to repeat myself? No. Or should we?
No, you were boring to listen to.
Did you say he was
No,
boring?
I think so. Yeah, he's boring and stupid and I hate him.
Boring and stupid and cringe. Chickens. 2 free-range chickens.
No way.
Do you think they're involved in this case? I heard the free-range chickens in the area have delicious meat because they walk so much. Well, poor guy. I think he's
They're
adorable.
actually, the Chinese word translates to Amish farm.
Amish farm. Let's look at the door again. Ooh, it says it's made of pine
Interesting.
wood.
It's made from pine wood. Who could have seen this coming?
Oh my god. We've done it. You're genius.
Case closed.
Did you remember that?
I just saw the broken piece of wood, and I saw the wood when we were walking outside.
Oh.
I did not remember it.
Present. Door. Bam. Shoobada bam bam. The material and texture is a perfect match with the door latch's fracture.
Oh my god.
Schmack.
Smack.
This is the key to unlocking the truth. How could a wood chip from the fracture of a door latch appear in a wardrobe? Someone explain it. As the case gradually becomes clearer, the answer will come to light. Do you feel like you understand how they did it yet?
No.
Me neither. Is it me
Honestly,
neither or me either?
I think neither is correct. because like it's agreeing but in a negative direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
Okay. I don't feel like it got anywhere seeing if Yang has a grudge.
Right.
Officer Ma was quite aggressive. Oh yeah, we have to talk to him because he said that they argue.
Right.
Officer Ma once had a serious dispute. Okay. We have something to discuss with you, sir. You're all over the place. You're not messing with the crime scene, are you? I'm a professional. Just look at my hat.
That's how you know.
That's how you know. That's why I need to buy a straw hat when I'm gardening.
Right. So true. See,
Otherwise, I'm not a professional. I heard that you once had a dispute with Lope. Cool.
the sword's out again.
The audacity. I've yet to confirm a suspect. I also believe that Officer Ma has nothing to hide. I bet you heard this rumor from Yangtze, didn't you? Master Lo enjoyed drinking with me and talking about my past cases, you know, for source material. But Master Lo is always listening to me. He rarely talks about himself, so I got to ask him. Only then did I know how hard it was to write stuff and what he had to deal with from his fame. I was drunk and riled up, drawing out my sword to ask the gods why they'd make Master Lo suffer. That does actually track with his character, doesn't it?
That's so true. He's pulling out his sword to yell at the gods.
He was born to put all of his talent to writing books, shaking my fist. Why isn't SMF a little acronym?
SM.
SMF.
I don't know. It should be. You can pioneer that.
Yang saw us when he came to deliver something, but I didn't know he would do me dirty like that. Gasp. I have a fight with Master Lo. Baloney. Oh my god, when's the last time you had bologna?
Not for a long time, for sure.
Did you know I used to actually love bologna? It was my favorite lunch
the
meat.
last time I had it, I think the last time I had it was when we got it because you said, I used to love having bologna.
That had been like 4 or 5 years ago then.
Yeah.
I think it does taste really wonderful with like mayonnaise and mustard.
Right.
Oh,
Speaking of which, do you want me to start dinner?
oh, sure. I mean, I feel like we're close on this case, you know?
Okay.
I just don't feel like I know who did it.
Right.
My intuition tells me that his connection with Lope is not as simple as he depicts. Should I try to investigate again? Interesting. Would that change anything? Something is missing.
Is it just saying like, do you? Oh no, I see.
Something is amiss. I wonder if I should go over everything again because I have my trusty
沈
assistant.
先生，你已经里里外外看了几遍了，也该跟张大人说说你的推理了吧？
Oh god.
要是推不出来，也别浪费时间了，带上镣铐，乖乖跟本部回衙门吧。
Just let me arrest you. What's the big deal?
现在
Just go to jail already. Hello.
A deduction?
先生，怎么办？我们还有很多疑团尚未解开。
This is not good. I have no idea
院子
what's
里能调
happening.
查的地方，我们都已经查过了。
We're gonna have to
即
let
便真
things
相尚
play
未
out
完
in
全明朗，
court.
也必
Yeah,
须
so
与
true.
张知县聊一聊了。张大人，我想我们可以聊一聊这个案子了。
I was thinking about that. I was gonna listen to how they say it because I think I was saying yang, but I think in Chinese they don't do a hard A like that. I think he said chang, and I think it would be yang. I'm not sure if I'm right about that.
Well, I looked it up. Google Translate claims that it's Yangtze, but I don't know if that's correct, really.
Oh, that's why I was gonna listen for the voice actors.
Yeah, so true.
既然如此，你说说看吧。
We'll see what he says. Ooh, we're pointing.
死者被发现的
Deduction
时候，
time.
这
Deductions.
个房间处于密闭的状态。
This room was in a sealed off state.
墙上的窗户
In
不能
red
进出，
text.
唯一的出入口是屋门，又从内侧被插上了门栓。
The window cannot be opened, leaving us the front door locked from the inside. It is a locked room mystery we have, everybody.
当屋门被再次打开时，屋内只有我和死者两
When
人。
the front door was reopened, the deceased and I were the only people inside the room.
在这种情况下，
Under these circumstances,
甚至
everyone,
包括我自己，
including
都
myself,
会本能
would
地认为
instinctively believe that
凶手就是还在屋内的
the
人。
murderer must be someone who's still within this room.
这一来，我们便都忽略了屋内藏有第三个人的可能。
We have neglected the possibility of a third person that would clearly fit into the person-sized wardrobe.
你倒说说看，
Obviously.
这第三个人能藏身何处啊？
As soon as
Easy.
we saw that wardrobe,
当
solved
然
it.
是衣柜了。
Deduction.
衣柜里的种种痕迹都表明，不久前里面藏过人。
Yeah. All the facts show.
屋
Oh my
内
God
还藏有一个人。
He dropped his book.
沈先生，藏身于衣柜之中的人，便是凶手吗？
Oh. Yes? Right? I mean, why else would they be there?
Okay, wait, hold on. There was a missing manuscript. What if a thief broke in to steal the manuscript and hid in the wardrobe?
Ooh.
When you were knocked out, the author found them and killed them? I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't think about what happened to his cloak.
Right, and why the guy was in a disguise.
And I don't feel like I understand. So, the little linen cloths were hanging on the ceiling,
Right.
and the wood chip was in between clothes that was piled on top of it. Tie quilts. So at some point, it was removed from the ceiling, put into the closet with the wood chip. I mean, possibly just trying to hide it in between clean clothes, right? I don't know. I don't know. Why would they hide it? I don't feel like I know if it's the murder or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
The wood chip? If the wood chip is in the closet, and it's from the door, you think, no. You think it was someone else?
I could be crazy. I don't know if I'm like way overcooking with this whole "it's a different person" idea.
You might be right
What do you
because there's two mysteries, right? Of like someone that went to steal and someone that decided to murder.
Like, was the original guy wearing a fake mustache, or was someone pretending to be him or whatever?
I'm gonna guess he may have been wearing it. It might be within his character to have done that because he went like full drama dressing up. Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
This is actually very tough. Let's just see what happens if we say it was someone else.
藏身柜子中的另有其人。
哦，
Oh?
昨晚
Please
我
tell us
到的时
more.
候，这个柜子就处于从外面锁住的状态。
Right.
如果柜子里的人是凶手，他是不可能出来杀人的。
Yeah,
柜
exactly.
子
I
里
knew
的
that.
人
I
若
thought through
不
all
是
those
凶
things.
手，那会是谁呢？
If the person was not the murderer, who could it have
昨
been?
晚到达罗佩家后，是我自己从屋内挂上了门栓。
Yeah, he is the one that latched the door.
理论上，在那以后，就不太可能再有外人进入现场。
Unlikely for anyone else to enter the scene after that.
床下堆满了书，衣柜上了锁。当时屋内的情况较之现在，
Books piled under
并
the
没有什么变
bed.
化，
Wardrobe locked. Nothing has changed.
而且有近期藏人的痕迹。那也是当时屋内唯一能藏人的地方了。
Someone in the wardrobe, the only place to hide.
血迹分析表明，案发时除了我和罗佩，还有第三人存在，也就是本案的真凶。
He's saying the blood stains prove a third person was present.
如果昨晚
But
藏
how do
于
we
柜
know
子中
that
的人
that's the
不是凶
wardrobe?
手，那就只可能是这个人了。
Oh, okay. What the heck?
Well,
I don't
think it-
know.
I think it was.
No.
I really don't know.
Does that mean we were wrong about the wardrobe thing?
I don't. This is insane.
This is very intense for a first case.
I know.
Oh man. The coat thing is weird. Maybe it's Lo Shuan.
I really think it was the author. I think there was something fishy going on, and he was pretending to be someone else, or someone was pretending to be him, or something.
You think I should pick Lope? Let's see what happens.
This person.
如果柜子藏的
This
不是凶手
person.
的话，那就只能是罗佩了。
Shabam! It's Lope!
一派胡言！
Shabam! Point. What a load of bull.
罗翁为什么要躲进自己家的衣柜里？躲猫猫吗？
Why would Master Lo hide inside his own wardrobe?
那是仅存的可能性了。
I think you might be right. What if he fought and switched places with the person he found?
Right.
谢洛克曾说过，当你排除
But
掉
you've
一切不可能
limited
之
the
后，
impossible.
剩下的即使再离奇，
Whatever
也是事实
remains,
真相。
however improbable, must be the truth.
沈
Genius.
先生，罗佩藏进柜子中的理由是？
It was not of his own will.
Interesting. Do you think
Gas?
someone stuck him in there?
Interesting. Well, the second option doesn't feel like a real option, does it?
Yeah, I don't know what that would even.
Let's do that.
不，他不是自己躲进柜子的，而是被人藏进去的。
先生，如果昨晚藏在柜子里的人是罗佩，那你见到的人又是谁？
An imposter. That's why he doesn't have his cloak.
Right.
是啊，你不是刚刚还说挂上门栓后，屋内只见到了罗佩一人吗？
我想，昨天晚上我在这间屋子里见到的人，
Dun dun dun.
而是凶手。
Shing. Point. I need a
我昨晚到
fan.
达罗佩家时，屋内灯火尚明。
When I arrived at Lope's house last night, the candle inside was still lit.
但我敲了很久的门，才有人回应。
But he had to knock for a while. Oh,
在
that's
开门之
true.
前，对方还特地确认我们是否见过面。
Oh.
既然你昨夜见到的不是罗佩
If
本
the
人，
person you met was not
早上
Lope,
见到尸体时又怎会认不出来？
why didn't we recognize the corpse?
昨夜见面时，他压低帽檐，戴假胡子，又有意背对着我，加之光线昏暗。而那时，
Oh, interesting.
真正的罗佩，应该已经吃下带蒙汗药的糕
I
点
didn't，think about the fact that you never
被
actually
凶
saw
手
his
挪进
face.
柜中了。
You're right. We never actually talked to him face to face.
你刚说的这个嘛，倒确实能解释房间里存在第三个人。马捕头，你怎么看？
都是些猜测吧。
I really don't know how he put the latch back on though.
Yeah.
你可有证据能证明藏在柜子里的人就是罗翁？
Got any evidence that proves the person who was hiding inside the wardrobe was the master? No. Do we have evidence? Is it the ribbon?
What would be the ribbon?
I wonder if it was used to tie him. But it's confusing because the ribbon was in the ceiling when it went.
Yeah. What connection does the ribbon have to, though?
Could it be... Oh, because his hair smelled like the wood in the wardrobe?
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Here's the proof.
这是先生对尸体进行初步调查的结果，它能说明很多问题。
首先，罗佩的头发上能闻到轻微的樟木香味。
此话怎讲？
这个柜子是樟木所制，有香味，可驱虫。衣物放里面一段时间会染上香味。
罗佩的衣服染香，头发却不该染香，除非
He shouldn't have the scent unless he was stuffed into a
罗佩在衣柜里
wardrobe.
待过，
A
并
human-sized
且他的
wardrobe.
头是一直贴着柜板的。
Of course.
你不要忘了，罗翁平时是戴帽子的，那也可能是帽子上的香味。
不，这顶帽子上没有香味，因为经常穿的外衣帽是不会被放进衣柜中的。
Got him. Sit down, sir.
沈先生的分析确实有几分道理。本官很想知道，在死者的尸体上，你还有什么发现？
大人请看，死者领口有一些白色的糯米粉。
White glutinous
That's probably
rice powder. Oh,
证
now
明
it's
他和我
okay.
一
He
样
ate it before
吃下了
we
带有
ate
谋害
it.
药的潮膏。
He's not
死
as
者被
dumb.
人连刺3刀而亡，身上却没有抵抗伤，也侧面证实了这一点。
We did
死者
definitely
贴
think
着
that
假
he
胡
was
子，
insane because
却
of
有
that,
些
so
不
that
牢，
makes a lot more sense.
明显是被人摘下来又贴回去的缘故。这些细节都印证了我刚刚的推论。昨天晚上我见到的
Shibam!
罗佩是凶手假扮的。
Impersonation!
什
Identity
么人胆敢
theft.
假扮成罗翁？
Oh my god.
沈先生这番分析有一定道理。不过，直到马捕头破门而入，屋子一直处于反锁的状态呀。
We do have to explain that.
对呀、凶手是怎么做到在反锁门栓的情况下离开屋子的呢？
How could the murderer have walked out of there?
大
How
门
did he
是
put
唯
it
一的
back?
出口，而门栓只能从屋内插上。
二位请看，这便是破解门栓之谜的关键证据。
That's what he used the ribbon for. Right?
You pulled the thing back into place?
I think so.
Okay.
What do you think?
But how was it in the clothes pile if he used it on his way out of the room?
Fantastic question. I don't know. Don't know. Would it
I don't
be?
know. I mean,
Do you think it's like the wood chip?
I feel like it has to be the wood chip. That's like the only thing that relates to the door, but I do not understand how that works. So I don't have like a good reason for that, I think.
Yeah. I don't understand how it's in the closet.
这是木茬？
It is a wood chip.
对，关键就在这颗木茬上。
这我就不懂了。
I don't get it either.
拆柜板的时候掉落一些木茬在柜子里，不是挺正常的吗？
不，
I like his head shake.
这不正常。
You're actually so wrong.
首先，
Abnormal.
木茬并不是落在柜板上，而是出现在一堆洗净的衣服中间。
The wood chip did not fall on the partition board. It appeared on a pile of clean clothes.
更重要的是，
Highly suspicious.
柜子内的板材是防腐的樟木，而这颗木茬是松木材质。
Right. So the wardrobe is camperwood. The wood chip is pine
阿
wood.
福仔细比较过它的材质和纹理，反而跟门栓断裂处是一致的。
We know the wood chip comes from
换
the
句话说，
latch.
这是门栓断裂时崩出的木茬。
A piece of stubble that flew off when the door latch was broken.
So someone
It has to
really-
be Officer Ma, right? Because he was the first one to enter.
He was the first one to enter when they broke through the thing.
He broke into the crime scene, so he could have been the only person to hide any evidence that he was the one that fixed the door. Right?
So that's why the ribbon was there, because it was used to put the thing back in place, but then it was hidden forward.
And then it was hidden afterward?
I see.
Is that like the only way that this makes sense?
I kind of think you're right.
在马捕头破门而入时，衣柜明明上着锁，刚刚才被阿福打开。
And the wood chip was probably just from the ribbon. The wardrobe had been clearly locked until unlocked by just now.
这是极不正常的。
Extremely abnormal. I agree.
这可奇怪了，为什么木茬会
It's
出
actually
现在
very
衣柜
suspicious.
里？
Why would the wood chip appear inside the wardrobe? The reason is unknown or the reason is insignificant. I feel like it's significant.
是什么理由导致木茶出现在衣柜里？现在还没法完全推断出来。
Yeah, we haven't deduced that yet.
这个问题在现阶段
Right.
并不重要。重要的是木茶进入衣柜的时间，以及这个时间所揭示的事实。
We gotta focus on when the wood chip entered the wardrobe and what it uncovers.
沈先生，不要卖关子了，快告诉本官，他揭示了什么事实？
What's the truth?
很简单，木茶会出现在衣
Tell
柜
us the
中，
truth.
说明他从门栓上崩裂的时间，比衣柜上锁的时间要早。
The chip flew off the broken door latch before the wardrobe was locked. Let me read that again. The wood chip flew off the broken door latch before the wardrobe was locked. Interesting.
也就是说，门栓断的时候，衣柜的门还开着。
When the door latch broke, the door of the wardrobe was still open. That's where. So Officer Ma must have tampered with the crime scene.
我们所知的最近的衣柜门还开着的时间，应该是在你醒来之前吧？
Before you woke up.
没错，
Correct.
这不就说明？
说明在马捕头踹开门之前，屋门上的门栓就已经断了。
Oh.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. Before he kicked open the door latch was already broken.
So someone got there first, tampered with it, and then they got there.
Oh.
Crazy.
换句话说，这根本不是什么密室。
Big moment.
It's not a locked room at all.
Yes.
You noobs. Brr, 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 brr.
不愧是先生啊！
She, you're the best.
我说呢，那个门怎么一脚就踹开了？当时还以为是房子的木头老化了。
No wonder the door was so easy to kick open. I just thought it was shut. Okay, I know I keep changing my mind, but now I feel like it is Lo Shuwen. He could have pretended that it was locked when he knew it was not locked. Officer Ma didn't check. He just kicked it open.
And wasn't he the first one to get there in the morning?
Lo Shuwen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. So the other guy was there first, but he didn't check the door. But Lo Shuwen immediately came to, like, try to open the door, and he said it was locked. So if it was never locked, then Lo Shuwen was intentionally lying.
Right.
And now suspicion is more back on him.
凡有
Am
接
I
触
right?
必留痕迹。
I notice he's not sniffling and crying anymore.
凶手自以为杀人嫁祸计划天衣无缝，却
Crocodile
是百密一
tears.
疏，将木茶落在了衣柜之中。
Alligator tears, even.
Woodchip left in the wardrobe as incriminating evidence.
而这颗小小的木茶，不仅暴露了他的诡计，
The cunning scheme.
更让我顺藤摸瓜，推出了他的真实身份。杀死罗佩的凶手就是。
Oh. Yeah, we have to decide.
This is the moment.
I think it has to be Lo Shuwen.
I'm on board.
You're on.
We know
You're.
it wasn't. We know it wasn't Afu, so that's one checked off the list.
Do we need to go down the line and see?
They do all look very cool.
Do you think it's Lo Shuwen? You can pick the chicken.
That's incredible. I think it's got to be him. You even called it out in the beginning that he's clearly holding the stolen manuscript.
It's weird that he's just sitting there holding the manuscript, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy. I'm going for it.
本案的凶手
Ship him.
正是你，罗世文。
Ship him.
我怎么可能杀死自己的亲叔叔呢？仙老爷，你得为我做主啊！这人一定是为了给自己洗脱罪名，污蔑我的。
这个嘛，沈先生，你认为罗世文是本案凶手，有什么证据？这事儿可不能儿戏呀。
我
Well,
们刚分析
I'm
过，
gonna go with what he's holding.
门栓不是在撞门时被弄断的，而是提前在屋内被弄断的。屋子呈现的所谓密闭状态，不过是凶手制造的假象。
An
在整个过程中，
illusion.
他看似是在敲门，实则是确保门不会被其他人打开。直到马捕头出现并上前踹门，凶手在马捕头踹门的瞬间松手，这样就能
So
先入
what
为
is
主，
the ribbon
让大
doing?
家相信屋门已反锁，进而误判整个案件。你们都被他的演技欺骗了。
好啊，
Hot damn.
这
You treacherous leech.
罗世文，我必须告诉你，你的手法只是一个自以为很巧妙的诡计。
You're the only person who believes your tricks were clever. Oh my god.
因为
You're
他有
hot
一个
and you're
软肋，
also stupid.
足以致命。
Damn.
什么软肋？
整个诡计想要成功，你必须保证屋门始终处在自己的掌控之中。我据此反推便能确定，
Ooh.
罗世文，你就是凶手。
Dun dun dun.
你胡说！
罗世文，
Okay, well, he definitely did it.
事到如今
The，only reason someone sweats
你
like
还
that
有
is
什
if
么
they're
想
guilty.
说的吗？
Case
If
closed.
I've learned one thing from Phoenix, right?
Only sweating people commit murders.
他血口喷人，人心险恶，恶意
A
重伤，
fibster.
伤天害理。我也必须要说点什么了。沈先生，你编了一个故事，又讲了一堆歪理。可是，你看见它发生了吗？凭什么让我们相信你说的就是事实？依我看，你才是欺骗大家的那个人。
Ooh.
你的这些说法
Fight,
就有
fight,
什么凭据？
fight, fight.
Evidence fight.
Evidence fight.
一个很简单的道理，我根本没有动机做这些事。
他找得很准，留给我的调查
We
时
have
间
no
太短了，
motive.
我还没能完全查清杀人动机。
罗佩是我
But
的
it's
亲叔
probably
叔，
what's in his
我
hand.
怎么会想杀他呢？
Right. You are holding it right in front of our faces.
更关键的问题在于，你我之间，咱俩这是第一次见面吧？
没错，此前你我素不相识。
既然素不相识，我何苦要通过杀害亲叔叔来陷害你？
We've never met. Why would I go through the trouble of framing you?
既然素不相识，我当然不可能知道你昨天晚上会来访，又如何能设计陷阱来栽赃你？
Is that true? Because we had like an appointment to go meet him, right?
I thought so.
But I guess he was caught by surprise when we knocked on the door.
Right.
我撞破你行凶，怕是个巧合。
Because the act was for the
巧
publisher.
合？你不是说一切都是我设计好的诡计吗？
沈先生，你们真的素不相识？
的确如此。
既然你俩不认识，罗世文确实没道理陷害你。
先生，情况对我们好像不太妙。
沈先生，你是不是弄错了呀？
不会的，我先生的推理从来没有错过。
I like he's puffing his cheeks.
推理，那只是你们的一面之词罢了。证据呢？你们有吗？ 仅凭那棵木茬吗？
这个嘛，罗世文说的也有一定道理。沈先生，有进一步的证据能证明你的主张吗？如果没有证据的话，你确实无法告发罗世文。要是弄错了，本官可不好办呢。
Accusing me without proof is difficult. Risk putting me in a tough spot if you're wrong. The proof is in his hand! Check it.
早就
Check.
听说自诩
What is
侦探的
this?
人中，也有不少无耻之徒。今日算是遇到一个。
沈先生，没
You
证据。
ain't got no proof?
目前还没有。
那就只能把你们都抓回去，大刑伺
Seize
候。
y'all. I'm gonna seize y'all.
I'm gonna punish y'all.
都推理到这一步了，还是要被他逃掉吗？
先生，你再努力
Think
想想，是
harder.
不是还漏掉了什么线索？
Have we missed something?
你不是说过吗？你对你的记忆宫殿很有自信，
My memory
能
palace.
告发罗世文
Let's
的
go to our
证据
mind palace
一
right
定还
now.
存在于这个房间之中。
凡有接触，必留痕迹。
All contact
证
leaves
据不是不存
traces.
在，只是未被发现。以
True.
本物之象及本市之象，次第安顿于各处所。
In the book.
Jibba-dibba-wom. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
桌上到底缺少了什么东西呢？
The handwritten manuscript.
书桌上缺少的东西是罗
Interesting.
佩的手稿。砚台上的墨
Impossible,
还没有完
improbable.
全凝结，毛笔上的墨也未干，说明昨晚有人在书桌前写过东西，
Someone was writing at the desk last night.
可能是罗佩，也可能是假扮成罗佩的罗世文。不管是谁，现场都应该留下手写的书稿。那些书稿是什么时候被拿走的呢？这件事我应该有印象的。
I should have an impression of this matter.
调查这张书桌的时候，总有一种微妙的异样感。要把这种感
Hold
觉，
on to this feeling.
那将是潜藏在我记忆中的
Don't let
关键
it
线索。
drift away. Don't.
想起来了，初次行
I
事，
remember.
我曾见到过桌上摆着书稿，这是调查书桌时那种异样感的源头。
Ooh.
说明书稿是我醒来之后被拿走的。
Ooh.
有人在调查过程中藏匿了线索，
Someone stole.
是谁？为什么要这么做？可能
是
性最大
不是
的，当然是凶手了。不过，也无法完全排除其他人藏匿线索的可能。
Whoa.
其他的可能，
We have like dark side version of us.
That's crazy. When you
其
when
他的
you
可能
walk
性
in the
出现的
case.
概率有多高？
This is our mind palace? Mind palace is supposed to be chill.
This is very cool.
非常低。现场除凶手之外，没人有动力藏匿线索。我们对这些低概率事件的态度是暂不
My
列入
dark
假
side is
设。
talking me through it.
我现在很忙，你可以走开吗？
I'm very busy. Could you give me
我
a
在帮你
minute?
梳理案情呢，大侦探。假设凶手在调查过程中藏匿了书稿，这份书稿对他一定非常重要。书稿里到底写了什么？作案动机、关键证据、死亡遗言，还是书稿本身价值不菲？
I'm sure the manuscript itself is
可
valuable.
能性太多了。
Sure.
你更应该问的问题是：为什么白天冒着风险也要拿走的东西，当天晚上却没有拿走？
Ooh. Why would something you risked taking away in broad daylight be left behind that night? But if it was something he was writing on, it didn't appear after the crime, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
So maybe it was altered? Or he forgot.
I mean, forgot would be crazy, right? Unless you showing up messed up his plan.
Yeah, that's the only reason the forgot makes sense to me, is that we messed with his plan.
Right.
What do you think is more likely?
Maybe.
Archie's trying to tell me something.
Yeah, they want gravy. I think. I think it's one of the first two. I'm not sure which.
I'm gonna go with they forget, because I don't understand the appearing after the crime.
That doesn't seem like it makes any sense.
Let's try the first one and see what happens.
虽然有些难以置信，但似乎凶手在离开现场时遗忘了一些事情。再次进入现场后，他意识到书稿可能会成为对自己不利的关键证据。本案是蓄谋杀人，轨迹是事先计划好的，否则无法做到如此环环相扣。
Premeditated.
凶手又是个心思缜密的人。
Absolutely.
现场也是经他处理过的。什么样的事会被他遗忘呢？真的每件事情都在凶手的计划之中吗？
Not everything went according to plan. Me.
是的，有件事，凶手确实无法计划。凶手计划之外的事情是。
My arrival. I like this scene.
连罗世文自己都说，他不可能事先知道我会来访。但不管他是怎么说的，他事实上设计了一个密室，把案件架伏到了我身
There's a
上。
cat outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look out your
That's
window. Look down.
Okay.
You see this cat? He's a big boy. He's still looking at you. He saw you. Did you see him? I think he's having a bathroom break in our garden. Oh my god, he's doing he's actually using it as a litter box. Oh my god. This cat is using our garden as a litter box. I cannot believe this. I hope you're witnessing this right now. He's digging. At least he's covering it up. You should take some pictures. I think he's doing it again. He's shaking and then doing it again. Unhinged. This cat is committing a crime outside my very window right now. Who's gonna arrest this cat? Public urination. I can't believe this. Do you think... I can't imagine if Archie saw this right now. I feel like they'd be growling. I just can't believe this cat traveled all this way to use this spot as a litter box.
That's crazy. I saw everything. I saw the crime being committed.
You're a witness to this crime. He literally went up to do nothing else but poop here. How often has this been happening?
That's wild.
It's such a big cat, huh?
Yeah, it's a giant cat.
He's going at the front. Now I kind of want to follow this cat around, but I have a case to solve.
So true.
I told you, you remember when I told you Penny was growling at the window? I wonder if it's because she saw this cat.
Maybe, yeah.
And now she just growls at anything outside the window. Oh my god. Poor Penster.
That's
Okay. I should probably... He's still out there, and I want to know where he's going. But I should finish this. Okay. Yes. He did design a locked room.
这本身就是最不合理的地方。
But the most unreasonable part is that I became a part of his murder
那
plan.
如果你没有出现呢？
If I hadn't appeared... Wow. That's an interesting choice, isn't it? We have to choose between they would not commit murder or they would have another plan. That's interesting. So the interesting part,
Makes
though...
more sense?
The what?
What do you think makes more sense?
Well, it is weird, right? Because, like... Lope was not murdered before we got there. He was only murdered after we got there. So... And he planned for a locked room. So maybe he wasn't planning to commit murder, right? He was gonna leave his uncle in the closet?
Well, but then what? He just stays in the closet forever?
No, I think they would have arrived and got him out. I guess. I don't know. Like, was he waiting for his uncle to fall asleep? And then he put him in the closet to take the manuscript, but then he got caught surprised by us coming. And then we were a witness to him impersonating Lope. Because otherwise, he maybe didn't have any witnesses to stealing the manuscript.
Right. Okay.
What do you think?
I think they would not commit murder might be right.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe I just have baked a super unhinged idea, I'm not sure.
罗世文的杀人计划就执行不下去了吗？难道是因为我的出现导致了罗佩的死亡？不对，罗世文事先根本不知道我会出现，他还算是个心思缜密的人，不会将计划的成败建立在一件不确定的事上。
Oh, I see. So they feel like they would have another plan. What was his plan?
显然
That I don't know.
凶手还有另一个杀人计划，也是他原本的方案
It。was a different murder plan.
凶手没料到我会中途到访，并坚持要见罗佩，打乱了原计划的执行。
Because I
得知我以罗
insisted
佩
upon
素未谋面
myself.
后，他临时改变计划，假扮罗佩引我进屋，想让我当替罪羊。那么凶手原本
And
的
he
计
tried
划
to make
是
he made me eat a rice cake. Okay.
He forced a rice cake into your mouth.
Oh, that's why this ribbon was hanging, because he was going to do the suicide thing, right?
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. This is all coming together. It's
卢
all
萨
making
没有出
sense.
现，
It's happening.
这间密室中就只剩下了罗佩的尸体。很显然，凶手原本的计划是让罗佩在密室
Evidently, the
中杀
murderer's
死自己。
original plan
他
was
想
to
伪
make
造罗佩
Lope
自杀。
kill himself.
若原计划是伪造自杀，消失的书稿中就有可能藏有。
What could be hidden within the manuscript? It was a suicide note.
Oh,
Oh.
that makes sense.
我知道了，现场
Thank
必然
God
会
they're
有一
telling
份
us the
遗书。
answers. Flash away.
沈先生，你再磨磨蹭蹭赖着不走，本捕可就要动粗了。
My dude, you were just zoning out for like 10 whole minutes.
张知县，马捕头，我已经知晓凶手的全部轨迹，能否最后再给我一次机会？我，沈仲平，
Change.
定然还你们一个真相。
Shipper.
不必再听他妖言惑众。
看你如此
Penny
在意，
Did you see that
本
other cat
官
picture?
反倒想再给沈先生一个机会。沈先生，请说吧。虽然本官觉得你应该已经山穷水尽了，
我与罗世文素不相识，却能成为他密室杀人轨迹中的核心一环，是因为
Because Shipper.
罗世文临时改变了计划，
Loshman improvised his plan.
而他原本的计划
Of course.
是伪造罗佩在屋内自杀。
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 ba, 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 ba. Shing.
原计划是伪造自杀吗？
We do have
根据
evidence.
我的推理，
Of course we do.
凶手在离开现场时，不慎将一份伪造的遗书。
哦，
He's freaking out.
还有
He's
这种
crying.
事？
He's sniffling.
沈先生，都到这个时候了，还在信口雌黄呢。你要是有什么遗书，就拿出来给大家看啊。
若
Shing.
伪造遗书一事为真，本捕立马将罗世文拿下。
马捕
Ooh.
头，我能问你一个问题吗？
你说吧。
我初醒来时，曾见到书桌上铺着一张纸，你可有印象？
你这一说，好像还真是。
Wow, this guy. He's not a good officer at all.
不过，又好像记不太清了。
Meow.
马捕头曾
And he's
反
like,
复强
yeah,
调
this guy sucks.
绝不允许任何人破坏现场。
Send him to jail.
Put him in jail. What do you think is jail, Penny?
然而在调查时，凶手就是在您的眼皮子底下
She's like the
偷
closet.
偷将遗书藏起来了。我们一起再搜查一次房间，只要找到遗书，就能证明我的观点。
We need to search the room. Everyone drop their
沈先
papers.
生，我劝你不要再拖延时间了。你编故事的能力，真是比我们这些写小说的都要强。
Then us novelists. Is he a
沈先
novelist?
生，今日本官已经听了很多的推理，
This judge is sick of deductions.
你的分析虽然听着都挺有道理，但毕竟只是你的一面之词。本官断案，还是需要看到实打实的证据。
张大人
Sniff.
明
Oh,
察
he's
秋毫。
sniffling. What in the world word is this?
Perspicacious.
What does that
I
mean?
I read that a long time ago.
Perspicacious.
uh,
Probably for the
I think I read
SATs.
it.
主张
insight
屋
and
内
good
有
understanding
伪
of
造的
something.
遗书，
Can you say that
你就
again?
有
Penny's
义务
crying a
找到
lot.
它。
It means having a good understanding of something.
Okay.
Perspicacious.
You gotta listen to this, okay?
本官再给你最后一次机会，指出你说的遗书究竟藏在哪里？
县老爷，
Dun dun dun
其
dun.
实一次机会和两次机会的差别也不大，不如
在最后给一次机会。这是沈先生刚刚自己说的话。
感谢张知县成全，一次机会。
Thank you, Judgy.
根本就没有这样的证据存在。
Shut
那么
your pie hole.
就
Oh
请
my
神仙
god. I'm sick of him.
先生，咱们只有一次机
It's
会，
in his hand.
这可怎么办？
It's
到了这个
there.
时候
It's right there. Is this
The
Blue's Clues
location.
right now? It's there. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh my god.
遗书就藏在这个地方。
We found it. Right there. It's right there.
We've done it.
当然是藏在你身上了。
Do, do, do. Do, do, do.
你胡说！
No. Let me see
我
it.
和马捕头曾分别搜索
Unhanded.
过屋子内外，没发现可疑的纸张。
Let go.
那封伪造的遗书，只可能还藏在你的身上。
Yeah.
张大人，沈仲平这是想在没有明确证据的情况下搜我的身吗？
You know, I think in the 19th century or whatever, before the 20th century for certain, right? Like, there was no Miranda rights or whatever, so
So true.
pretty sure we can just search his body
是
without
癸卯年的
evidence.
秀才，见官不
For
跪
sure.。
这个嘛，
Wow, we gotta learn a history fact real quick to pause. Hands up. Privileges of cultivated talents. I actually have learned about this. I do like ancient Chinese history. And I thought the way that they did schooling was very interesting. Not that I remember a lot of it, because that was like a decade ago. So. A scholar who has passed the county level imperial examination is known as a cultivated talent. Compared to the general public, they had certain privileges. 1. Cultivated talents were able to write a letter of request when they needed to report something to local authorities, whilst the general public could only write a petition. 2. When facing a magistrate, cultivated talents folded their hands in front and bowed as a courtesy instead of kneeling. Local authorities were not allowed to punish them at will. 3. The general public could not address cultivated talents by their names and had to greet them as my lord. The front door of cultivated talents' house was 3 inches taller than the others. That's a funny one. 4. Cultivated talents were exempted from partial taxes as well as statute labor. Seems pretty sick to be a cultivated talent. I should make my door 3 inches taller.
如果要我说得更清楚一
Indicating
些，
your high status.
My high status. Exemplary. It's right there, it's right there, it's right there. There's a clue.
那种东西，怎么可能藏在我身上？
看你的表情，桌上遗失的书稿，就是你手上一直握着的那卷书吧
You？dumb idiot.
伪造的遗书
Give it to
一
me.
定也藏在里面。
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
不是的，
马捕头，把那本书收缴上来检查一下吧。
罗诗文，你给我站好了，别动，把手中
You're
的书交给本部。
arrested.
你
You're going to jail.
你别过来！
Straight to jail.
小子，不许实说！
He's eating the books.
住手！
What's in your
住手
mouth?
啊！
大人，你看，这里面还真夹着一张纸。
Dun, dun, dun.
我曾与死亡签契，
I
静
inked
候
a
他
pact
的
with
到
death.
来。
Awaited his arrival
今夜
patiently.
他终于叩响了门扉。
Tonight he finally knocked on my door.
烦请侄儿试闻处理我身后之事。
Wow, this is the most
一
pathetic
切
suicide note
从
I've
简
ever
即
seen.
可。
I trouble my last of kin Lo Shuren to handle my affairs. Please keep matters simple. This guy is
沈
actually
先
the
生料
dumbest
事如
idiot
神
of all.
还真是一张遗书。
Shing!
这忘恩负义的小
You
兔崽子！
ungrateful little rat.
Lil.
国翁对你也算关爱有加，你怎么对得起他？今
Pathetic.
天非要拿你这小子的脑瓜子磨刀！
I'm gonna sharpen my sword with that head of yours.
你
Do-do-do.
你胡说！ 是他对不起我。
He let
罗世
him
文
down?
这么说，你是承认自己杀害罗佩了？
污蔑，
Slander,
不是
slander.
我。
He can't be arrested, he's a cultivated talent.
罗世文，无论你和罗佩之间有何恩怨，都不该动杀人之心，更不该构陷无辜。
沈先生，不知能否为本官梳理一下整个案子的来龙去脉？
Shall we place the sequence of events into a comic book to, let everything unfold and show
秉正
the
大人，
timeline?
罗世文最开始的计划其实是迷晕罗佩，用衣柜
We
中的
never
那
got
件
to
布袋
pick the
杀害
ribbon.
他，然后利用门
Yeah,
栓
that's
诡计
true.
制造他在密闭的房间内上吊自杀的假象。不料，在他行凶的过程中，我突然到访，并坚持要见罗佩。
因此，他不得不改变计划。
We did pretty
把
well.
先
We
生嫁
only
祸成凶手。
did one wrong answer, and it was because of my unhinged thought process.
在我晕倒后，罗世文从柜子中将昏睡的罗佩抬出并杀害，
Look at him
又将凶
grabbing
器
with
塞
his
入我的
little
手中。
mitten the top of this
Yeah.
blade. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
然后按原计划弄断门栓，伪造密室，却不
Gas.
知天网恢恢，疏而不漏。在现实中杀人，
Justice has
跟在小
long
说中想象
arms.
作案
What an
就
interesting
其实是一
saying.
样的。
The law wins again.
死者胸口被刺后流了很多血，完成布置所花费的时间也比他预计的要长。他忙中出乱，留下了许多漏洞。
Dun dun dun. Oh, he's using the fan. It's so cute.
漏洞？有什么漏洞？
在弄断门
是吧
栓时，他没注意到绷进袖口的木茬，
Oh.
他没有时间还原布袋、整理衣柜，
Of course, of course.
只能将那卷布袋塞入其中，再将衣柜反锁。
不料，却把袖口的木茬留在了上锁的衣柜里。
最致命的，当然是他竟然忘了把遗书带走，只能在案发后再次进入现场时补救。
I suppose he would have gotten away with it if he actually remembered the suicide note.
为此，他拿走了桌上的书稿，想藏木于里。
Although I
掩
think
人耳
nothing
目
really excused the fact that the door was not actually locked. But I guess we didn't have like proof of that.
Right.
我说的没错吧？罗世文，
No shoot.
你就是杀害罗佩的凶手。
How many times have we done this where we accused him? It's like fourth or fifth time. You are the murderer.
你们根本不懂，那是属于我的东西，本来就是我的，通通都是我的。怎么会？怎么会？我竟然
No, 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 no.
Uh,
He's having a full freak out. Someone give him a rice cake.
居然直接晕了过去。
he flopped on the ground.
沈先生，
This little bitch
此案
fainted.
峰回路转，你的表现令我印象深刻。不仅在短时间内洗清了自己的冤屈，还帮我们找。
We did it. We can be
了不起。
rewarded with dinner.
Hooray.
不过，
Yay.
本官尚有一丝疑虑。
大人，请讲。
Why do you still
我
have
刚比
doubt?
较了遗书上的字迹与罗佩手稿上的字迹，两者颇为相近。罗世文尚未承认罪行，杀人的动机亦不清晰。若那遗书是真的，
Maybe
本
Lushman
案
was actually
难
helping
免
him write a
再
lot of
生
stuff,
变数。
and he was not getting credit.
如果想要此案
Right.
成为铁案，
Could be.
还需要找到更多的证据，对吧？
哦，对对对，不知沈先生有何高见？
罗世文假扮罗佩时，穿着他的风衣外套，应该是在罗世文第一次离开现场时被他带走了。
哦，什么理由？
我猜，罗世文是穿着那件外套行凶的，
Find
还
the
有带蒙
coat,
汗药的
find the
潮刀，
murder.
也在布置完现场后被罗世文带走了。留给他处理的时间有限，这些东西还在某个地方藏着，也……
这个嘛，
What
马
do
捕
you
头，
reckon?
你怎么看呀？
如果发现罗世文藏匿了血衣，此案必然是铁案了。我这就派人
Shaking
搜索
my
去。
fist. SMF.
Look at it vibrating.
这一来，剩下的就是程序性的事了。今天委屈沈先生了，咱们一同离开此地吧。
I have suffered great injustice, that is true. Seems like, you know, when you suffer injustice, you deserve Oreos, probably.
That's just how it works.
Solved. First case, done. Murder, solved.
案子破了，先生看起来也不是很开心。
Oh, we don't seem happy even though the case is closed.
Gasp.
是因为还没搞清楚作案动机吗？
What is the motive? It matters. The
这个不
motive
着急了，
matters.
等罗世文醒来再去问问就
It
是
all
了。
matters.
Loshuan is never waking
阿
up.
福，你可还记得我来找罗佩的原因？
是为了查3年前英国伦敦先生哥哥的那起悬案。先生说过，罗佩的书稿似乎与那起案件有关。
Lopez's novel was related to the unsolved case on our brother.
那起案子
Gasp.
Look at these
因为案
crazy
发地点的特殊
suspects.
性，
That's
苏
wild.
格兰场下令保密。
Scotland Yard ordered secrecy.
接触过案件细节的人，
Scotland Yard.
连我在内，怕也不超过5个。
Those guys are
Whoa.
always causing problems.
Look at how he's hanging on the chair. Oh my god.
我无意中在护报上看到一部连载的侦探小说，
就是罗佩写的那部《斗士一阵》吗？
Confined room mystery.
是的。按理说，这个远在湖南乡镇里的侦探小说家，不应该与伦敦那桩案子有任何联系。
Impossible. He's not high enough status.
但诡异的是，
Unlike me.
先生，难道说
罗佩小说中的作案细节与那桩案子一模一样。
Ooh, suspicious.
罗佩这
Very
一死，
suspicious.
We need to talk
线
to
索
Lo
又断
Shuan.
了。
眼下仅存的希望是昏迷中的罗世文。
This is a
既然这样，
disaster.
不
Lo Shuan
如
ruined everything.
先去吃个早点吧。
That's what I'm saying. See, me and him have the same ideas.
先生，跟你说啊，刚我路过一家
You're
小
a
吃
detective
摊，
genius.
Food, 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 food.
那里卖的臭豆腐闻起来特别香。
Wow. Fermented bean curd. Case number 1. Close. Where's the confetti? Woo, woo. A few hours later.
啊，还是外面空气好。
All right. This is where we save. First case down on Murder Mystery Memorial Day weekend.
We've done it. That's one case. 4 more to go at least.
4 more to go. Or I jump.
Up. Oh, God.
Just kidding. Good night.